It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And as promised, joining us right now is Tara Cannon, baby. She's a content creator, designer, and home executive of the Cannon household. So let's give her a big Feel Good welcome. Pew, 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 pew. Yes, it is her.
And you've got such a warm, soft, lovely face. When he weaponizes you like a...
So sorry.
It makes you so hardcore, but you are a force. You are a force to be reckoned with in this space. And one of the OGs, I'm going to call it, as young as you are, when you stepped into the space 10 years ago, very different. Yeah. I know I'm sorry to remind you of your age and how we are moving along in this world, but I would imagine you've been through a lot, so many transitional periods in the industry that must have had a big effect on you. What's it like looking back over this journey now?
Listen, it's been a journey.
Sure.
Right? Like when I started, it was a blog.
Yeah.
Literally a blog.
That's all that existed
Journalism was the thing, like you
Yeah.
were actually writing stories. That's how you connected with the audience.
Yeah.
Then social media evolved, it became a thing, and I adapted. I mean, that's what you have to do in order to stay in this industry. You have to evolve with the times, you know? So I just felt this feeling.
Kudos to you and well done on that. And one thing that I like that you didn't evolve into was the general hype around social media. Everybody putting their best foot forward, even on your worst days. It doesn't matter, just pretend to have a happy face.
A version of yourself.
Yeah, a perfect version of yourself. You, however, didn't follow this trend. You didn't adapt to that, which I love. Instead, you were raw, you were real, you were authentic, you were sharing, and you are still showing content that I think is so relatable. Why is that important to you? Why didn't you stick to the norm? Why did you deviate like this?
Listen, I always had an issue with self-acceptance. So, and that came from social media. That was watching people pretending, you know, like you said, putting their best foot forward, always showcasing like this facade. Not showing the behind the scenes. Yeah, like show me what it's like, because I'm a mom, you a mom, so like show me what it's like. So I thought, okay, it's effortless for me to show the raw, the real, the authentic side of things, and that's relatable to people. That's what people like. It resonates more than being this polished, you know, version.
And a lot easier to keep that up than the act.
Well, I mean, you don't have a choice. It's who you is. But there is something beautiful about that kind of connection that you get, even in our space. We might be speaking to 1 million people right now, but it's 1,000,001 person. It's 1,000,000 times one. It's that, and that I think is where the industry has moved. It's not about having the biggest market share, it's about having the strongest connection. You mentioned family, being able to incorporate your day-to-day, the challenges, the highs, the hilarity, sometimes the very raw emotion. What has that part of the journey been like? Because you've got to get quite vulnerable, and it's your kids, it's your private space, yet you do it in such a conscious, beautiful way. How do you get that balance right?
Look, I found it easy because they've always been part of my brand, as you can call it. So I've always incorporated, since I've started like my journey on social media, I've always incorporated my life, my family, my journey, what I went through, but I chose to share certain things. So you don't know everything about my life, but what I share is what I choose to share. So yes, it's my kids, but it's not everything about my kids.
It's the stuff that can help other people.
Exactly.
And it is a tricky space to sort of navigate, because you want to protect them while at the same time providing them with an incredible environment. What happens if you get to the point where you've inspired so much that your kids say, Mom, I want to be like you when I'm older. I want to be a content creator. I want to be in the limelight. I want to be doing the things. Would you encourage it? Would you give them any like impending advice that they need to take into account before they even start this game?
100%. Like, I will encourage it. Like, my daughter's already going, you know, she's heading in that direction. But I'm showing her what to do, how to do it, how to showcase yourself, how to, you know, be like, present yourself on social media, not showing too much. She knows not exactly, but I mean, she knows what mom does, you know? So, yeah, she's navigating, trying.
No, that's brilliant, because you've got to bring your kids into the fold. I mean, you'll go through this gateway at some point, but my kids don't quite understand what's going on here. The fact that they've been able to wake up and see me on TV, I think it's just a normal thing. Like that everyone just gets to see people on screen and off and everything, and now they're starting to piece it together. But it means that you're having a conversation, which is the most important thing, because social media is not going anywhere. Our children are going to have a digital version of themselves, whatever that's going to look like in 5 years from now. in your mind, what is a good age to start that education? Like, for instance, what age is a good age to give a child a cell phone? When would you feel comfortable knowing as much? I know I'm going there, man, but because you've got such a handle on that balance. So what feels comfortable to you?
At the moment, I've got full control over her. She's got a page on Instagram, but that's my...
It's through you as a gateway.
Exactly. She doesn't do anything without my control, my being there.
Yeah.
So she's 5. So I'm still like, when am I going to get there with the cell phone thing? Because like the things I see out there, it's ridiculous. It's scary. I don't even... when I get there, I don't even know what I'm going to, you know.
Because the average age in the UK is 7. 7 years old is when kids are getting phones. This is why we've got to be talking about this, because our kids are going to surpass us.
That's 2 years from now. So.
I know, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. I've got to ask you, just straight off the bat, because I keep getting distracted when we play your videos on the screen. I'm like, oh my God, you're rapping yourself. What has been the most fun part of this journey? What have you enjoyed the most?
I think the energy with my family, like we enjoy it together. You know what I mean? Like it's
team
all those,
building.
exactly, it's moments that we enjoy together. Like a lot of the times, it's moments that are real. It happens right there. I'm recording something, that's what I'll post. So it's never like scripted things or, you know, okay, we've got to do, okay, A, B, and C, like let's practice or whatever. It's real, raw, and that's what I love about it.
What you get is what you get.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, let's not forget that you are creating memories that you get to look back on. So
it's like home videos.
Yeah,
you know?
This is like a lovely journal. It's the new way of looking through your old pictures. You know, those black and white pictures of you being a kid and beyond that. I think it's cool. I love what you're doing, and I think this is a sort of a breath of fresh air in a space that really needs it. It can become quite poisonous at times, and I think people like you are shedding, sharing, and promoting a better, positive space for this, which I absolutely love. So thank you for being you.
Thank you.
Just try and change her. I think that's the bottom line. Just try and change her. But we are here for that level of authenticity.